When will the bull cycle end? Will the US Bitcoin Strategic Reserve happen this year? How high will Bitcoin's price go in 2025? Which altcoins will get ETFs? Are we in a dot-com style bubble? Which 3 coins will be the best performing? Here are my 6 predictions for crypto in 2025. There are so many macro events that we should be watching out for this year. This is going to be a massive year. There's really some insane moves happening that I have not seen in previous cycles. Watch this entire video to stay ahead and understand all the different possibilities and outcomes that can affect your crypto portfolio. Guys, we launched our flagship ecosystem product, ICN.live. It's a brand new and fresh Web3 news platform where you'll find articles in gaming, AI, blockchain, and of course, Bitcoin. And if you're interested in receiving great insights and market updates straight into your email, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. You can find all the links in the description below. Welcome back to the Crypto Code by ICN Talks. My name is Kareem and I specialize in venture capital, acceleration, and early stage investments where we have invested in over 60 crypto startups over the past 3 years. On this channel, we share insights and views on trends to help navigate and build a successful crypto portfolio. So, when will the bull cycle end? Predicting the end of a bull cycle requires understanding both market sentiment and macroeconomic forces. In 2025, external economic pressures play an increasingly significant role. A key development is Trump's selective tariff strategy. Recently, he paused tariff threats on Canada and Mexico, but he continues to target China. The back and forth keeps the entire world second-guessing his decisions. How can businesses make strategic moves if they don't know what's going to happen in the near future? This uncertainty is terrible for market sentiment, and we saw what happened in the markets when Trump announced he was planning the tariffs in the first place. It was a bloodbath or a bull trap, in my opinion. This selective approach has notable implications for both public and crypto markets. The ongoing tariffs on China disrupt global supply chains, drive up production costs, and contribute to inflationary pressures worldwide. Higher import costs and market uncertainties are compelling central banks to tighten monetary policy, reducing liquidity in global markets. Crypto, which is highly sensitive to shifts in liquidity and risk sentiment, often feels these impacts first. So trade tensions that drive inflation can serve as early indicators of a market correction. But at the same time, a significant shift in US regulatory leadership is reshaping the crypto landscape. With Gary Gensler's departure, Paul Atkins, a well-known pro-crypto advocate, will be taking the helm of the SEC very soon. So, on the positive note, we have pro-crypto energy coming out of the White House. But on the flip side, Trump's threats and potential action to disrupt international trade will no doubt have a massive negative implication on the markets. So, to put it simply, this mix of supportive regulation and persistent economic headwinds creates an uncertain outlook. Ultimately, while regulatory optimism may delay a downturn, I believe we'll see the top of this bull cycle by October or November of this year. So, will the US Bitcoin Strategic Reserve happen this year? Let's talk about something that's been buzzing around for years, the US Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. Over the past 3 months specifically, this idea has been gaining serious steam. Imagine a national reserve of digital gold acting as a safety net during turbulent times. Lawmakers are now starting to see Bitcoin not as a speculative security, but as a strategic asset that could balance traditional fiat reserves during crisis. And there's bipartisan support building in Congress, with central banks watching closely. If the US moves forward, expect a domino effect around the world. But before we get too excited, we all waited patiently for Trump's first crypto executive order, and it didn't completely deliver on a plan for the US government to buy Bitcoin per se. The fine print basically said that they will look at not selling the BTC that they already hold. So, do I think the US Federal Reserve will be making Bitcoin purchases this year? I doubt it. I think it'll take time for this to be approved internally. So, Bitcoin Strategic Reserves, where the US purchases Bitcoin in 2025, I believe is not going to happen. How high will Bitcoin's price go this year? Forecasting Bitcoin's price is part art and part science. Over the past year, Bitcoin has proven remarkably resilient amid global economic uncertainties. With factors like macroeconomic trends and clear regulations playing a role, the stage is set for further gains. Technical indicators add fuel to the fire. Glassnode's on-chain analysis shows that smart money is busy accumulating Bitcoin, with over 65% of the circulating supply held by long-term investors. With major institutions boosting their exposure, the market is primed for what many expect will be a bullish correction. Then, there's the macroeconomic picture. With traditional asset classes struggling under inflation and slower growth, many investors are moving their money into alternative stores of value like Bitcoin. Kathy Wood of ARK Invest recently remarked, "When central banks create scarcity in fiat, it often often leads to a flight to quality. The quality, many argue, is increasingly embodied by Bitcoin. All of these trends point to a brighter future for Bitcoin. While many experts have floated predictions upward of $200,000, I'm feeling a bit more conservative and bullish in the short term. I predict Bitcoin will hit $150,000 by November. Next up, which altcoins will get ETFs? The US crypto ETF landscape is heating up in 2025. After the approval of multiple spot Bitcoin ETFs last year, asset managers are now pushing for even more crypto-related ETFs, including some more speculative ones. One of the most interesting developments is the filing for meme coin ETFs. Yes, actual ETFs designed to track meme coins linked to, Trump and Melania. These would use leverage to double the daily price movement of these highly speculative tokens. Whether these get approved or not is another story, but it shows how far the ETF market is evolving. Beyond that, we're seeing more traditional altcoin ETFs under application, including ones for XRP, Solana, Hedera, and Litecoin. Given the recent regulatory shift in the US, particularly with the more crypto-friendly SEC chair under Trump's administration, I believe we'll see at least 2 more crypto ETFs get approved this year. My prediction is Solana and XRP. These are 2 of the largest and most well-established altcoins, and their ecosystems have strong institutional interest. With over 45 crypto ETFs applications currently under SEC review, 2025 is shaping up to be another big year for crypto and traditional finance. Are we in a dot-com style bubble? I believe so, and here are 4 reasons why. The crypto market in 2025 is starting to look eerily similar to the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s. Soaring valuations, excessive speculation, and a flood of new projects chasing hype rather than real value. While blockchain technology is promising, there are too many warning signs that suggest we're in an unsustainable frenzy rather than a period of healthy growth. Number 1, speculation over fundamentals. One of the biggest red flags is the sheer amount of hype-driven speculation in the market. Meme coins and AI agents with no utility are fun at the beginning, but get dangerous when people get burned. And from my experience, a lot of people are going to get burned. Many projects have no working product, no revenue, and no clear path to profitability, just like the dot-com startups before the crash. Yet, their valuations are skyrocketing, driven by retail investors hoping to strike gold. Number 2, institutions are not a safety net. Yes, institutional money is flowing into crypto, but that doesn't mean the market is safe from a collapse. During the dot-com era, institutions also poured billions into unprofitable internet startups, only to see them crash when reality set in. The same thing is happening now. Firms are throwing money at blockchain projects without proven business models with inflated valuations, in my opinion. Many investors are buying into the hype, not the fundamentals. Number 3, unsustainable growth and market euphoria. A key trait of bubbles is a belief that this time is different. Right now, we're seeing that mindset everywhere in crypto. Every new bull run attracts fresh capital from retail investors, driving prices higher in a self-fulfilling cycle of euphoria until the music stops. Projects with zero utility are valued in the billions, just as dot-com stocks once were before their collapse. Number 4, a reckoning is coming. The dot-com bubble did eventually burst, wiping over $5 trillion in market value. Ouch. Crypto markets have already experienced major crashes before. We saw it in 2018, we saw it in 2022, and history suggests another brutal correction is on the horizon. And yes, blockchain technology is transformative, just like the internet was, but technology alone doesn't prevent bubbles from bursting. The current crypto market is riding a wave of unsustainable hype, and when reality catches up, many projects will vanish overnight, just like pets.com and countless .com failures. You have to remember that these are cycles. It has happened before, and it'll happen again. So, on a positive note, which 3 coins will be the best performing this year? Now, let's get into the $1 million question. Which 3 coins have the highest potential to deliver outsized gains in 2025? After analyzing macro trends, tech innovation, and institutional sentiment, my top picks are Sui, Chainlink, and Ethereum. I'll tell you why I chose these 3, and while I do, I want you to comment what your 3 are for this year. So number 1 for me, Sui, is because it's the most underrated layer 1 blockchain, and I believe it's about to explode even more. Why? It's built by ex-Meta engineers, it's incredibly fast and scalable, and most importantly, it's made in the USA. This cycle, US-based crypto projects are gaining momentum as the government starts embracing blockchain innovation. We've already seen Trump and other politicians softening their stance on crypto, and I believe this will benefit homegrown projects like Sui and Chainlink. Which takes us to my number 2, Chainlink, the oracle powering crypto. Chainlink is another made in the USA project that's set to shine. Institutions are adopting blockchain, but for real-world finance to connect with DeFi, you need reliable data feeds. That's exactly what Chainlink provides. With staking live and new partnerships rolling in, Chainlink is perfectly positioned for this cycle's institutional adoption narrative. And number 3, Ethereum, the giant that has yet to move. Ethereum has yet to make its major move this cycle, and that's exactly why it's one of my top picks. I think there's major upside potential. Despite being the king of altcoins, ETH hasn't seen the explosive run-ups that other altcoins have experienced. But here's the thing, Ethereum's fundamentals are stronger than ever and still dominates DeFi with the highest TVL by far, with $58 billion out of $107 billion total TVL, which is 54% of the market. With massive upgrades, growing institutional adoption, and liquidity, ETH is primed to surprise us with its performance. To be honest, there are many coins that I'm excited about this year, and you can watch the video of my top picks for 2025. There's more than 3. We'll leave the link in the description below. All I can say is that after years of trading sideways and feeling the lows of the bear market, it's exciting to see optimism in the industry again. One thing I really want to emphasize, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, is that the most important lesson I've learned over the last 3 cycles is the ability to control your emotions. That starts with buying when there's fear and selling when there's greed and euphoria. I know, it sounds simple, but in the moment, it's much harder than you think. Everyone thinks they're Warren Buffett in a bull market. The best opportunities come when everyone else is panicking, and the biggest mistakes happen when everyone thinks the market will go up forever. We've covered a lot in this video. Bitcoin's future, the ETF race, and the potential dot-com style bubble forming in crypto. But here's the real takeaway. This bull run isn't just about market trends, it's about how you navigate them. We've seen it before. The excitement, the euphoria, the belief that this time is different. And while some projects will cement their place in the future of finance, others will collapse under their own hype. History repeats itself, but the winners are those who learn from it. And I want you guys to be one of them. The key lesson: control your emotions. It's easy to chase green candles and panic in red markets, but the real gains are made when you buy into fear and sell into euphoria. We are at the most pivotal moment of this cycle. Those who prepare, research, and stay disciplined will come out on top. So make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. It motivates us to keep making these videos for you. So, what do you think? Will Ethereum surprise us all? Are we in a bubble, or is this just the beginning of something much bigger? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is the Crypto Code by ICN Talks. See you next week.